Okay, on this flip-flop box, I'm going to begin with the largest layer. This is actually a smaller box than original size, and so we're going to take the panels and the little flip-flops, and they will go on the sides and the corners, on the inside as well as on the outside. Okay, and if you like, you can do your folds before you put your panels on. And I'm just using the score lines and folding on the score lines on each edge. This is also a lighter weight paper for the demo. I suggest just using regular cardstock, and that will be fine. And also for the inside, we have the flip-flops on the corner, so I'm going to go ahead and just fold each of the corners in as well as out. They should come together and match each side. And so this is the inside, and the panels will also go on the outside of the box. Okay, so let's put on our flip-flops, and you'll notice these pieces, they're exactly the same, so don't worry about if you need to turn them over. They're exactly the same on each side. You just need to be aware of which way you're putting when you put them down on your card or your box. And also, the little toe part has a longer edge. The longer edge is going to go on the outside on both the flip-flops. So it will lay something like that. And right here for the next one, also on the outside edge. Okay, the inside of the biggest layer is finished, and we're going to set that aside, and we will put together our inside layers next to layer. So again, we have the panels, and we also have the sides of the box that we just are going to fold each side. And then glue down our panels. And we will repeat the process 3 more times. For the smallest layer, I have repeated the panels on the outside of the box. And now it's time to put the lid together. And I'm going to fold in the sides, as well as the tabs that are on the sides. For this one, I have an insert that goes on the underside as well. I'm going to fold those sides in. And when we put the insert underneath the lid, I'm going to put the glue on the actual lid instead of putting it on the insert. So my glue is just going to go on the outside around around the flip-flops. And then on just the top part of the lid. And just line that up. Okay, and before we fold our corners together, we're going to put our bow together. So that will go on the top. Gather all your pieces. Notice that they're different lengths, and that will be important. Each length has its own purpose. Okay, so we want to get this effect, and what I did basically was put tape on either end of the strip, and then when I folded it in, I just brought each side to the middle. And so you end up with a little loop on each side, and those will go, we'll make a cross, and the next two, the same thing, we'll fold in and go on either diagonals. And as for the biggest part as well, I am folding it in, and I have tape on this side. Be folding into the middle, and again on this side into the middle. So you have a cute little bow. And for the last little strip, you will go ahead and put glue or tape on one edge and just fold that in on itself. Make a circle. That will be your top piece. And so when you put your bow together, this one ends up being your bottom piece. And then you have your two largest strips. And I have tape on the bottom of all of these pieces. And so I'm going to just start placing these, layering them. Making little X's. And so this becomes the center of your bow, and what I did was just looped it in my finger and slightly push that on there. And once you get all of your layers to stay together, I went ahead and put tape on the bottom, and that part will go right onto your lid. And so you can fasten that in place before you put your corners together. And now we will put the double-sided tape or adhesive on our flaps and put our corners for our lid together. And your edges will come together. Not sure I folded that side. the flaps will go in and your corners will come together. And we will repeat the process for the littlest box. Okay, so let's put our explosion layers together in the tiniest box, which you can use for a little gift. Will just go together with the lid. And then each layer I'm going to glue down. So either using an adhesive or some glue in the middle, and then we will go ahead and lay these down. This glue stick works really well. It's almost like spray glue when it gets dried. So I don't worry about that too much. And of course, if you want this one to be glued down, you can, and I'm just going to leave it for now. And we'll fold it up and put our lid on top and finish off your box.